up YouTube? This is Dan, the Fix It Man. Got another quick video here for you. I'm going to show you how to fix a leaky gas tank on a 2012 Land Rover LR4. In this case, I already got the gas tank out. I usually start my videos from the beginning here. I'm going to kind of show you here halfway through what I had to do to get this tank out, and then I'm going to show you where it was leaking. It's actually leaking out of this top piece here. Just gas just spraying right out of the middle here. It's cracked somewhere. That's what we're going to be replacing. But it's actually pretty easy to take this tank out. I'm going to show you. There's 6 bolts that hold up this this skid plate here around the perimeter. There's 2 in the front area, 1 in the back, a couple on the sides, 2 on one side and 1 on the other. Once you get those bolts out, you also need to remove the little 10mm bolts and nuts like this that hold up the little heat shield near the drive shaft. Once you get that off, disconnect these fuel lines here. It's just press in on these white tabs. Then this one over here, I had to take off the spare or take it down in order to get to this line in the back. Wasn't very difficult. And then the 2 lines at the front, pretty easy. Just press this in and it popped off, and same with this one here. And you will leak some fuel, of course, when you take those off, so be mindful of that. What I ended up doing is lifted the vehicle up and then put a floor jack underneath the tank, left the lines connected, and then dropped it down. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention you've got an electrical connector here at the top too. But I left the lines connected so we could charge the system just by powering it on, so we could verify the leak. And of course it was just spraying up here at the top, and I'm gonna cut to that video now. So I think you got a gas leak.
Yeah, I'd say we got a gas leak.
I think there's your problem. As you can see, that's the part we're going to be replacing. And in order to get this out, I already did this, but just squeeze these 2 little green things in, and this line will pop out. And then this one here, just squeeze in on the sides. I did it with some pliers. Before I did this though, I also sprayed compressed air all around the tank, got it all cleaned up so that nothing's gonna fall down in there. Just tap this ring around the perimeter. Of course, there's a special tool you can buy, but as long as you're careful, just take your time. Good. Just kind of go around the edge there. There we go. And then this ring just comes off. And then this plastic piece should just lift out. This looks like this is our entire top fuel pump assembly here. Just gonna take the wires off the bottom here. We might have to fish those back out of the tank. And this line right here, just like the top part, just kind of squeeze that in. Pop it off like that. And then this is of course still connected down here. I'm gonna disconnect this piece. Just disconnect it up here at the top. You can see it just squeezes together and comes off. Just let that fuel drain out. This is actually an in-tank filter. Just gonna set these lines right here and fish out our connections. I'll set them right over here as well. And that's the part that we're gonna be replacing. So we need to go pick up one of these and then put it back together. All right, I just wanted to show you the new part and the old part side by side. You can see right here is where it cracked on the inside. Here on the new part, you've got this other reinforced piece that just carries through to this next ridge. Over here we don't have it, and that's where it cracked, and that's where this piece failed, so that's probably why they've made that improvement. So that's kind of the gist of this. I just wanted to make sure you could, if you've got a fuel leak or smelling gas after driving the vehicle, after the fuel pump's charged and it's spraying gas out there, this is likely your problem. I saw it on a few other forums and threads as well. A fairly easy job, pretty self-explanatory once you get it out, and we'll just get that put back in and get back on down the road. Again, this was kind of a partial video. I didn't show everything, but I'm gonna throw this back together here and hopefully you can follow along. It shouldn't be too difficult. I'm just gonna put this back together. Can't really film this while I do it one-handed, but just gotta make this, plug this guy back in, get our other connector in there, connect the hoses, put the tank back up. It's really not that difficult once you get it out. You'll see. Okay, so we got our new part back in here. It's pretty straightforward. These hoses just clip back into place. Just press it on until it snaps. This does come with a new little green clip. Took the old one off the hose and replaced that, and just make sure that that's pressed in. Again, there's an electrical connector on the bottom of that fitting. Go ahead and plug that in, and the other two lines. I just couldn't show it because I was doing that one-handed. And then this is just a lock ring. Just tap it back in place, or if you've got the special tool, great. Otherwise, just use something that's not gonna spark or make any explosions. And this tank's ready to go back in. One of the things I didn't mention when I took this out, you see these plastic clips all along here. Just be mindful that there are lines that have to come out of those as well. You'll see everything for the most part, but there's also a heat shield on the side, I believe I mentioned, and then the fill line. See, I've got a glove over that right now. And then some of these bolts, they've got a little retainer on them so that they don't come out. Again, you got 2 lines in the front, 2 in the back, and then those 6 bolts that hold it in place. I'm just gonna wait till I've got someone to give me a hand. I still do have some fuel in here. I guess I could have dumped that out, or most of it out. I know it's not a complete video, but hopefully you get the idea, and mostly just wanted to kind of show you what went wrong in this part here, and this is the new one where it's reinforced. Okay, now I've got the tank back in the car. Got this heat shield on. You see that's held on by these 10mm. It's almost like a little flange nut. There's 3 of them. That's all you need to take off. And then a few of the hoses and wiring clips into the side of the tank. And then you see this bolt right here. That's 1 of 6. That's a 13mm. That's what holds this skid plate up that the tank sits inside. And then we've got the fill neck. 2 hoses up front, and then back here, I just wanted to show you. This is that hose. This guy. This has to come off, along with the fuel line in the back here. See it up there? That's a little white connector. You just pinch that in. That's your other rear fuel line. But I just wanted to show you here in the back, you know, with this bear out of the way. That's how you've got to get to that back hose. Already hit power, charged it up. No leaks. Should be good to go. Hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck.